So based on the numbers, they are signing up in droves. Last year, more than 62,000 soldiers joined the ranks of the U.S. Army. And right now, the Army already about a third of the way to meeting its recruitment goals for fiscal year 2026. That's fast. The timing could not be better. It comes as the Army celebrates 250 years of service, and as Veterans Day is next week. Our next guest recently joined Army Rangers for a training exercise at Camp Merrill in Georgia. And as Army Secretary Daniel Driscoll, who joins us here in New York. Mr. Secretary, nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your time.
Excited to be here.
Right on. I want to put up the numbers again. 62,050 as of fiscal year 2025. What changed? What's going right to drive these numbers up?
President Trump and Secretary Hegseth. I think if you listen to a lot of people talk about whether President Trump makes a difference, and they debate this on this esoteric argument, the facts are we have almost a third of our annual recruits already in the pipeline, and we are 1 month into the year.
Oh my gosh.
And that is because of President Trump's leadership and Secretary Hegseth's focus on lethality and this warrior ethos. These images from Ranger School, I was just there a couple of days ago, and this is the Army's premier leadership course. You have men and women who are coming out, and they are losing up to 30 pounds in 60 days. They're carrying 110-pound packs, getting less than 5 hours of sleep, and most nights, much less, every single night. And it is because of their focus on that type of training that people want to join the Army again.
Oh, it's impressive, and you're out there as well. Dana?
I have a couple questions. I'm curious if you have any patterns where you could say, where are these young recruits coming from? Is it regional, or is it a demographic, anything like that? And also, why the Army over other branches? If you're competing for these young people.
So I'll answer in reverse. I'm obviously biased. My granddad was in World War II. My father was in Vietnam. My nephew right now is stationed in Korea for the Army. We have a 250 years history that is actually longer than our nation. If you go to communities across the country, whether it's during floods or fires, or when you wander DC nowadays and you see the National Guard soldiers, people have such deep, passionate memories and connections to the United States Army that I think for many kids in the country, it is their ultimate dream to join. And then we are seeing increases in our recruiting from the South and the Midwest. For the previous couple of years, it had declined there. It was hard to get recruits in some instances, and we are seeing them come back in droves.
So the face of war is literally changing as we know it right now. And you look at Ukraine and the use of drones, et cetera. I want to play a clip here from Fort Hood in Texas, talking about using counter drones right now in war. Watch.
So this exercise is all about using passive sensors that the enemy cannot detect, that we're using to detect enemy movements. And then that allows us to start bringing firepower, bringing forces forward. So what we did learn and what we proved is we can actually do that. We can now take those passive sensors, put them on Abrams and on Bradleys, on our maneuver assets, and now they can build an air picture.
Wow, and there's more to that too. I just think the intersection of drone technology and artificial intelligence, AI, is meeting right here. And how does that affect what you're trying to do and maybe what the future says?
We're at an inflection point for how humans inflict violence on each other. I mean, this moment, it's hard to overstate how important right now it is for us and all the other nations to innovate. If you look at what Ukraine was able to do in Russia with Operation Spider's Web, they took drones that were less than $1 million and inflicted $10 billion of damage on the Russians who are in the fight. And we call that fight the Silicon Valley of warfare. And so what Secretary Hegseth has done is he has empowered the United States Army to be the lead counter-drone force for the Pentagon. And we're actually hosting a meeting next week with basically the rest of the federal government, law enforcement agencies from across the country. We're heading from here right over the NYPD to sync our nation's response to drones and make sure that we are continuing to lead to protect the skies like President Trump has talked about.
So when you are looking for recruits, you don't just need boots on the ground, you need people who know how to code.
That's exactly. So I think if you think about Ranger School and what I described as the challenge that these soldiers go through at our premier leadership, we're actually not teaching them drones there, but we don't want to. We want to create a base of leadership for these soldiers so that when they're in their toughest moment of their life, all of those basic tasks of warfare come so naturally to them that they can put their cognitive load towards solving the problems of modern warfare, which is electromagnetic spectrum and dealing with the drone threat and the counter drones and hiding your signature and all of these things that are required in modern warfare. You cannot be successful at that if you are not fit, if you are not strong, and if you have not been tested.
And on the recruits, how many how do you break it down in terms of women still trying to go into the military?
So, as Secretary Hegseth has said, our standards are as excellent as they have ever been. He has pushed us, all of us in the different services, to make sure we are holding the standard and holding the line. And when we were at Ranger School, everybody cuts their hair in the same way, and everybody carries the same pack and the same weapons, and they walk up the same hills. You could not tell a difference between the men and the women.
And you still have a lot of women trying to sign up?
You have many fewer on a relative basis, but you have some.
The competition is steep. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for having me.
And happy
You're doing
America,
it for America.
250. Here we go.
Here we go.
Enjoy
To the next 250.
Are you going to host the best party?
So the Army's parade was watched by, and you should fact check this, I think more people watched the Army parade than the last Super Bowl.
Let's go. All right.
Thank you, Mr.
Great
Secretary.
to see you in person. Thank you for
Also,
stopping by.
just a note to our viewers, Fox Corporation is once again partnering with U.S. vets to help put an end to homelessness among America's heroes. It's the Make Camo Your Cause campaign. You can join us to help solve the homeless problem affecting our country's veterans. Scan the QR code right there on your screen or visit go.fox/US vets. Thank you again.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.